For you guys, which camera are you using right now and what is your opinion on it? Let me know in the comments. Number 5. Canon EOS M50, best entry-level mirrorless camera. Even though it's produced mirrorless cameras for about 7 years now, Canon has not produced any impressive model that can compete with their DSLR models until the Canon EOS M50. This can be considered the best mirrorless camera for beginners hands down, but also premium entry-level as Canon calls it. The camera features a 24.1 megapixel APS-C sensor, a built-in electronic viewfinder and a decent touchscreen. With its tiny design and its amazing EFM 15-45mm f3.5 to 6.3 zoom that comes as a default, it's going to be your favorite for a long time. The electronic viewfinder is very large and gives a pretty accurate preview of the image you get, brightness and color-wise as well. You can easily select lots of settings and overlay on top of each other like grid lines, electronic level, live histogram and Canon's unique RGB version. Canon's 24.1 megapixel dual-pixel CMOS sensor and Digic 8 processor in the EOS M50 provide great image quality. On bright ambience, it captures an amazing amount of detail and breathtaking pictures. In dimly lit ambience, it's not as good at capturing detail, but the image was on the same quality. The colors were all captured and the shadows were pretty nice. The Canon EOS M50 does so many things very well with its amazing image quality and small features here and there that make a beginner happy. Number 4. Nikon D3500, best for the money. Moving on, we have a great product by Nikon, the D3500. This one is a great camera that offers amazing features along with excellent picture quality. It's very easy to use and feels very comfortable in the hands. I should also mention that the battery life of the D3500 is just amazing and can take up to 1,550 shots. It has many other superb features that you might want to look at. It's a light, small and capable camera that offers a lot. It has a beautiful design and it has a redesigned button layout that helps you to prevent the accidental pushing of buttons. This camera has a 24.2 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor and an ISO range of 100 to 25,600. It can shoot continuously at 5 frames per second and is capable of Full HD 1080 by 60 pixel video shooting. It has plenty of picture control options. There are 7 modes: vivid, standard, monochrome, neutral, landscape, flat and portrait. When it comes to battery life, this camera has one of the best battery lives. It can last you for days if you shoot through the optical viewfinder. So in conclusion, I'd say this camera does a great job for beginners and for everyone who likes DSLR cameras. You should check it out and see if it fits your needs. Number 3. Sony Alpha a6000, best compact camera. The Sony a6000 is an interchangeable lens mirrorless camera that was released as a flagship APS-C product in February of 2014. Sony dumped the NEX naming convention in its line of mirrorless APS-C products and merged everything into the Alpha ecosystem. Let's take a look at the a6000 in more detail, see what it has to offer, and compare it to other popular mirrorless cameras on the market. The resolution and processor have been bumped up. The most notable feature on the a6000 is its updated hybrid AF system. With its APS-C format compact camera styling and access to Sony's range of interchangeable lenses, it's a small body that packs a big punch. Resolution from the 24.3 megapixel image sensor is good, though the 1440K dot electronic viewfinder and 921K dot tilting screen, shared by the other models in the series, now look distinctly low-res. Thanks to the more advanced image processor and a superior AF system, the a6000 is much better at tracking moving objects than all previous NEX cameras, and it can do so while being able to shoot at a whopping 11 FPS. The a6000 also got a buffer upgrade, being able to shoot twice as many raw images before the buffer fills up. The new image processor was also able to squeeze a few more images out of the same battery on the a6000. It really is one of the best in the market without a doubt. Number 2. Nikon Z50, best runner-up. The Nikon Z50 is a 20.9 megapixel mirrorless camera, the first time the company has put an unstabilized APS-C sensor behind its new larger Z lens mount. The company says the camera is designed to attract a generation of users who don't consider themselves to be photographers. The Nikon Z50 is not just a scaled-down version of the Nikon Z6 and Z7. They've done a remarkable job of giving such a small camera such a solid one-handed grip, but quite apart from the size of the camera, we were impressed by the 16-50mm pancake kit lens, which is one of the slimmest APS-C kit lenses we've yet seen and uses a proper mechanical zoom rather than an electrical power zoom system. But the clincher could be Nikon's pricing. Body only, the Z50 already costs less than its chief APS-C rivals, the Sony a6400 and Fujifilm X-T30, and the pricing for the kit lens and twin lens bundles is really quite remarkable. The solution was the Z-mount, which was introduced in late 2018 and so arrived somewhat late to the mirrorless party. But if you're going to turn up late, you're going to have to make quite an entrance, and the Nikon Z50 has certainly done that. Number 1. Fujifilm X-T30, best overall. On top of the list we have the camera that delivers the best value for its price in the company's lineup, the Fujifilm X-T30. This camera is packed with everything to make it worthy of the number 1 spot, including an amazing sensor, great autofocus performance, solid and beautiful design, superb video recording, and so much more. The Sony X-T30 won't disappoint. In terms of features and performance, the Fujifilm X-T30 is packed to the brim. Let's talk about it a little. Starting with the most important, it's packed with a 26.1 megapixel BSI APS-C X-Trans CMOS 4 image sensor that's responsible for the superior image quality. It also has the X-Processor 4 quad-core processor to add the autofocus performance. Speaking of which, it's a 425-point phase and contrast detect hybrid autofocus system. It can shoot 20 frames per second without crop and with autofocus, and it can shoot 4K resolution up to 30 frames per second with no crop either. I have to say, I didn't really expect that type of performance from such a small and lightweight camera as this. It was definitely breathtaking. The level of detail and color was just astounding. Definitely one of the best. You'll struggle to find this level of performance in cameras double the price. And if you want to get the most out of your hard-earned money, this is it. Buying guide. Resolution. When we have to rate quality of a sports camera, then resolution and frame rate are considered as major aspects. Higher resolution means you're going to capture videos and images with outstanding clarity. On the other side, frame rate deals with the smoothness of the footage. Higher frame rate provides much smoother footage. Durability. When you're biking, surfing, snowboarding, or taking on another hardcore activity, occasionally wiping out is inevitable. In fact, wipeouts can look really cool when captured by an action camera. Thus, you want a camera that can handle its active lifestyle. Connectivity. This feature is essential if you love to upload your images as well as videos on social media websites or wish to transfer them to other devices like computer or smartphones. The latest models of action cams are loaded with various connectivity options including Wi-Fi, so one can easily send trip collections to other devices. Battery. Even if you spend a lot of money on the highest-end cameras, you don't want to have to worry about batteries. Some batteries may only last you a few hours, and when you're on a week-long trip, that's not very helpful. Experts suggest buying multiple batteries along with a portable charger so your camera can never run out of power. Optical zoom. Optical zoom is the ability of a camera to photograph a smaller area from a given point of view. Greater optical zoom lets you capture more details from distant subjects. This is important for certain subjects like wildlife and sports photography, where you can't easily get physically close to